Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the Wednesday, May 17th Island Fest 2017 meeting, and we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. All right. I want to remind everybody to please make sure your mics are turned on so the lights are green, Dave. And pledge done here. Before we approve any of that, I want to make a little announcement. I want to welcome everyone. Kim O'Farrell is our new rec director down here to my left in the pink. And I know a lot of people out there can't wait to talk to Kim and meet Kim and hear all her great ideas. So welcome, Kim. Yay! Thank you. All right, I need a motion to approve the agenda as submitted, but I see there's something that needs corrected.
I will make a motion to approve the agenda, correction of the date, which is Wednesday.
You note that, Madam Secretary? It's all right, the 17th.
Second.
All right, John, second. All in favor? Any discussion? Opposed? So moved. Good. I need a motion to approve the minutes from April 19th, 2017. I do have a copy here if anybody needs to zip through them and check them out. Otherwise, everyone should have read them when they were mailed out in advance.
So moved.
Motion. Jackie put a motion out there.
No.
I did.
John put a motion to accept the minutes. Jackie second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment? All right. We got Woody Clark out here. He has notes. We could show that Island Fest logo now on our TV screens would be good bouncing around instead of whatever this. Oh, there it is.
Hey, festival meeting. Why did the township take $5,000 away from you from 75 to 25?
Because there were budget cuts that came in, and the programs. Island Fest was one of the first ones to get the cut, the budget cut.
That's all there was?
25. Well, yeah, I've said this in the past recently, and we were getting in 1999. Festival got $25,000. It went down to $15,000, then $10,000, then $7,500 the past 5 years, and as of this year, we now get $2,500 for a 3-day event. And I'm glad that the taxpayers and the people know that's why we work so hard with our sponsors and our exhibitors, because we're working on peanuts.
What's going to happen next year? Anything?
Well, we don't know. We'll see who's running the show.
Okay. Why didn't you go with draft beer this year? I heard you were supposed to bring it up to the VFW, and it didn't fly. Why?
They found that draft was too complicated to work for. Somebody help me out here. I'm not sure. Oh, Nick's not here tonight, but John?
Yeah, but there's not that great of an increase of savings with the volume that we're doing between a canned beer and a draft beer.
How much savings?
We're talking pennies on it.
Okay.
So as far as convenience and management, the canned beer is the way to go this year. If the festival evolves to 50,000 people or 100,000 people on a given night, then yeah, it would make sense to increase the profit margins with the tap beer at that point. But then you'd see a little bit more increase. But the profits are still there with the canned beer.
Okay. Were you out at Taylor when they had the action going on? You were there at Taylor, right?
No, the auxiliary wasn't part of that festival.
Okay. All right. I heard that you asked the VFW Hall to pay for a space, a part of a space.
There's a percentage that we rent that space to them for.
Do they pay it?
You know that, Woody, because that happened when you were still on the
commission.
commission.
Do they pay it?
So it's a trick question.
Do they pay it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We got a
All right.
percentage last year of the space rental.
So did you ask for another space today?
It's the same agreement that we had last year with that group.
And what is that?
25% of their net profit once all the bills are paid.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. We got it. Hey, we're live. All right. Is that it for the public comment? Hold down the forts. All right. Chairman's report. This is going to be good, and I'm going to give you guys the numbers we sit at right now. And if you want any detail, Kim has the way the budget's sitting right now. But as far as sponsorships, I'm going to give you the numbers for 2016, the total numbers, and then I'll give you what's going on right now. In 2016, we were at $27,495. Right now, we sit at $24,610. So what, we're shy about $3,000 from sponsorships, and Wendy's got a check there, and I know you got something over here, and I want to thank the sponsorships so much. It's just, without the sponsors, this just could not be done. Mr. Nelson, you're going to pay too? 100? All right. Wendy's got 500 in her hand. No. That being said, I want to give Wendy a shout out. She's raised almost close to $6,000 in private sponsorships, and I mean, we all do our things and stuff, but she definitely was pounding that pavement and scaring people. Just kidding. Exhibitors and nonprofits and vendors. We have 68 people so far. We're still taking exhibitor apps for the next week, and then next Friday is the cutoff date. We extended it, but we have 68 vendors right now. I would like to not go over 80. Last year we had 102, and it was a little chaotic. And there were a few people that weren't happy because they weren't making money, and other people were making money, so I don't know if they weren't selling something good, but, maybe you should check the product, and it's not always where you're placed. It's having that smiley, happy face out there to bring people up and purchase your wares and your goods. Anyways, so we're sitting at 68 vendors and exhibitors. What else is going to tell you? I'm kind of surprised the nonprofit participation is down this year. We have 14 nonprofits where we had 19 total last year, but out of those 14, I think 5 are from Groseal. A lot of groups, and I'm not going to start naming them because I did talk to their chair people and persons and some of their groups, and they think they're being pulled or exhausted at other places and don't need to be at festival. I'm like, okay, that's all right. I'll remember when those phone calls come in at my house because I am in the directory. Food vendors, we had 10 last year. We have 8 registered right now, and that we're not going any higher. I did have to meet with 2 electricians downstairs this afternoon, and they're going to have to do some investments again in electrical, but it's not going to be like the $4,400 we spent 2 years ago. But, it was kind of a compliment because the one electrician, he goes, well, Chad, since you took this on, it's really grown and grown and grown. When I first came here, it was nothing but a tent. So now you have all these different things going on, so you need more power. And I get that, so I took it as a compliment, but then it's like, okay, now you're going to owe me this much money. Okay. Well, we'll see where that goes. Other than that, something else was brought to my attention. The bridge. They changed the weight on the free bridge. Does anybody know that? Or county bridge. Are you guys aware of that? So I had multiple people calling me, and they were all a buzz about, oh, my God, is the Gravitron going to be making it? Is this going to be? And they're fine bringing those rides over. I reached out to Skirbick, and they're excited to be rolling in here, setting up. Roundhouse will be from Trenton. Will be doing the catering. Smokies did not take the event this year, so there were some issues there, and I'm not going to elaborate. If anybody wants to know, they can ask me later. But Smokies did back out. Roundhouse is going to do it. They were here 2 years ago. They got a great menu coming up and everything, so we're excited about that. I want to remind everybody about the parade Saturday morning at 10 a.m. That's a big deal down there to go down and support your businesses and shop on Macomb Street and grab a drink or something. Come on down here, something to eat. Is anybody? There.
Purple shirt for Kim.
my mic off, didn't I? How long has it been off now? Was it off for a while? All right, so the volunteer times needed Wednesday. Tuesday evening, we're cleaning out the hangar. If anybody can be down here Tuesday, Bridget will be here, and Barry and I, and we're doing the power washers. We're not going to have that machine come in. It was too much of a mess. But we have Wednesday, I would say after 12, and the kids and volunteers are going to mostly show up at 3 o'clock to start putting up the snow fencing and the pipe and drape and the set up the VIP tables and the chairs, etc. So if anybody, we would really need people here around 3 on Wednesday, work into the evening. Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is set up for the vendors. We really want to push them to set up on Thursday instead of on Friday, because technically they're allowed to come until 2 on Friday, but we want to push for Thursday setup. And then tear down will be 6 p.m. on Sunday. So that's a pretty simple process. Tuesday we clean, Wednesday we set up and prep, Thursday they come in with their stuff, and Friday we start the festival. IslandFestGrowzeal.com. Mr. Nelson, Township Liaison. You have something you'd like to say? Make sure your green light's on.
Sorry, I was a little late tonight, but I couldn't get off the golf course quick enough just at West Shore. Don, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry about that, but I do want to say that this is our new recreation director, Kim. This is her 3rd day, and I am so excited for what's happened in 3 days. I can't sleep at night, and I can sleep like a baby. But and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. It was here before, yada, yada, but we're going forward, and she knows exactly what she wants to do, and she's going to make it work. So please give her a chance. Don't throw her under the bus too early. We got to fix the rec commission a little bit. And, Chad, this is your job for life.
It's not a job. It's a volunteer position.
Well, maybe we'll get
There's
you
no
paid
paycheck
then.
involved.
How about you get money for it?
Oh, am I? Oh, boy. I'll be at that Monday board meeting.
How about you get money for it?
Oh, well, we'll talk off camera. But, we introduced Kim earlier, and we're really excited to have her on board. And I agree. You need to get her a cot here, a cot to sleep on, and a changing room. And we'll be
Lives on Macomb. Is that not close enough?
Island Fest.
Don't be giving out that information. The paparazzi will be everywhere.
Now she
The paparazzi. Yo, Rector. We know who you are. Thank you, Jim. All right.
One more thing
Yes, sir.
about the budget cut.
Yeah.
Ugly, not about this. How that you had like $6,600 left over last year as profit from this event?
That doesn't put deposits on next year's bands, but okay, go ahead. You're right. Yep.
Okay.
It was around
So
there.
I said, let's take 5 away, because you made $6,600 for this year only. We spent 6 hours on this budget to reduce it by $13,000. A lot of time to spend getting it down $13,000. But we got that done. I'm not against Island Fest. I'm not against anybody. If anybody, I'm a huge cheerleader. We'll make it whole going forward.
I wonder sometimes about some of these people up here if they are for Island Fest or not, if they just want it to stop, because it's exhausting. And I'll tell you a cute little story, because I keep saying, you know what, it used to be so fun and so exciting, and there's still moments. I'm going to tell you 2 quick little stories. The other day, Wendy had her kids down, well, one of her boys and his buddy, and they're like 10, 11 years old, and they're going, is the Gravitron going to be here, Chad? Are they going to be the Gravitron? And I'm going, well, I'm not sure. Oh, well, I hope they got that. I hope they got this ride and that ride, because, I'll ride it, but he won't ride it. And I got the biggest smile from that. And it sounds corny, and then she told me she's in the elementary school on Meridian the other day, and there's these 3 little girls in front of Wendy, and they're walking down the hallway going, it's coming. It's going to be here in June. June 2, 3, and 4. And when Wendy told me that, I thought, this is what it's all about. These kids don't remember a dusty old thing down on Macomb Street that happened 35 million years ago, BC, before Chad.
Wow.
I know, I'm just kidding. BC before Chad. I'm going to get that on a shirt. But, when you hear kids like that talking and stuff, it's just so cute. But, all right.
Are there any more issues or hoops to jump through? Have we gotten most of the territorial issues settled?
Peace, Bridget Hurst. We got your chair up here. I think we're going to be fine right now. There's always hurdles, and I'm sure there'll be hurdles up until...
We're going to meet Friday or Thursday about the fields. Friday?
What's in that cup you're drinking?
My memory's gone. I'm 69 years old.
Thursday. 69. Barry's 65. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. And I'm pushing 60. And I think of people. I run circles around people sometimes. Oh, he's going to kill me with that one.
Anyway, we're okay. Friday, what time?
Friday it starts at 4.
Meeting.
Oh, I can't be at that one. I appeared where I needed for the soccer, and the Gyra graciously is letting Giza use their fields for the tournament. So that's good. I see you grinning down there, Susie. I had a meeting with them, and Jim was there, and a couple
Only
people.
4 or 5 units of blood were given up, so it wasn't too bad.
So, the Soccer Island Cup is bringing 6,000 people to Island Fest, too, so from all over this tri-state area, and that's exciting for us. Assignments for 2017. We have, I lost my train of thought here. You threw me off with that whole 5,000 thing.
Sorry.
Everybody needs to know where they need to be. Wendy, you're doing the fast track. John's doing the bands. Bridget's got the wristbands. Dave's parade. Your car show. I'm all over. Kim, we're going to get you
Somewhere.
So, yeah. She does the fast track exotic things. John's taking care of the bands when they come in. And Jackie's heading up the car show on Sunday at noon, along with multiple things. Dave, I'm going to touch base with you about the parade. They need you at Water's Edge to check things out. Bridget's the wristband girl. You've been working today, huh, girl? And Susie is the chief reserve. She's going to make sure no one gets in trouble, including us, right? Anybody want to comment on their assignments? We're pretty much doing this for the public, you guys out there, just so you know. We know what we're doing, and I apologize that we only come on camera once a year, but a lot doesn't get done on camera opposed to around a table where you can talk freely. And I think I was told to say that. Yes, sir.
The VIP, can you explain?
That starts at 7 p.m. on Friday for $60 or $20 for kids. You can get special seating, a buffet from 7 to 9:30, quarter to 10 by Roundhouse, and adult beverages, beer and wine, and soft drinks, lemonade are available. And the tickets, like I said, are $60. You can purchase them at the rec department. Water's Edge, 734-675-2364. So that's what that is. And it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
sliders and ribs and chicken.
Okay.
And,
Thank you.
all right. Jackie, you have a car show update here.
I have a car show update. I met with the president and vice president of the Wanderers Car Club.
I cut a beers the other day.
Was he? Yeah. Anyway.
Threw me off.
Yeah. At any rate, so what they're going to do this year is they're going to help man the registration. They're going to help run the 50-50. And we figured out how that's going to go. We get the first 50-50, which is always the best 50-50. They get the second one, which is always significantly less. Next year, they will probably agree to fund the whole thing. This year, they are going to go ahead and do these things. They also put us in Cruise and News magazine under their head banner so that they can
name.
Yeah. So they are so that has happened to help us give us some extra publicity. Trophies are ordered. Oh, but next year they may sponsor the whole thing. This year, there wasn't enough time for them to get it through their board, but next year they may sponsor the whole thing and pay for everything, including trophies and DJ and all that kind of stuff. So our DJ is covered because his proceeds come, his pay comes out of the gate from registration, and the trophies and plaques have all been donated by Nick Bader, so that we can have that a nice little boost to our
check
budget.
yet?
I'm sorry?
Is he giving you the check yet?
No, but I know how to find him. I know how
Nick
to
Bader's
find
our
him.
other commissioner who's
Yeah.
not here tonight, so
Yeah.
he's open game.
So if you have any questions for me, that's pretty much where we stand. We're under control.
Can you tell the public how they can, where they can go if they want to bring their cars? Can they just show up, or do they have to
Yep,
fill
they
something
can.
out?
You can just show up, and we open at 10 o'clock for registration. The show starts at 12. Generally, we finish at 2:30 or 3, unless it rains, and then the hoods all fly down and everybody leaves. But
There won't be any rain.
there won't be any rain. There will be no rain. But you can. That's how it is normally done, and that's where we're going.
Yay!
Yay! Car show.
Oh, now I see next it says sponsor updates and vendor updates. I already did that through my.
Okay.
Kim, am I going too fast here, or you don't get to spend hours in here at the township board? So
Oh, and you
Don't worry, shook
did
of me.
volunteers too.
Yeah, volunteer. If you go to islandfestgroseville.com once again and click on the volunteer site, it will take you to volunteer sign up. You enter your email address one time, you enter your email address the second time. That's all you have to do, and then it will show you where we need people. And we can always, I'm looking at you, Woody, and you can go in there and just sign up where you want. I know you're just going to show up and hold Gigi's dog leash. That's good. And Cody.
And I was just going to add for volunteers too. I reached out to the whole high school. In fact, for the last probably 3 weeks, they've had it in the announcements, trying to recruit kids to come and volunteer. So I have sign-up sheets in the office so the kids can come in and sign up. I also reached out to the Key Club, Advisor, Interact, and then the National Honor Society, so they could push it for those kids too, and they have sign-up sheets. So we have a handful of kids that have signed up. Also the Builders Club through the middle school, and I really am targeting them for setup and tear down. They had a meeting today. 39 kids signed up for setup and 17 for tear down. So we'll see how many come, but we should hopefully be good for setup and tear down.
A lot of pizza.
But they won't all come. But at least if we get a pretty significant amount that can come in and set up tables and chairs and get all that stuff done, so you're not here till 1 o'clock in the morning, or any of us. I also reached out to Father
I
Sean.
don't think they're getting a free T-shirt, do they?
No, I didn't say anything about T-shirts. I said pizza and pop. So I also
Pizza and
reached
pop,
out to
that's right.
Father Sean from St. Thomas, and then Father Phil from St. James, and they are they're obviously going to put it in their announcements for their congregation, and then Pastor Sean said he would also send it to all the other churches on the island too. So hopefully. And then they'll go right onto the website to sign up.
That is one more thing for us as commissioners and chair people. We have to make sure that we delegate to these people, or at least give them direction, because you're going to get a handful of them. They're going to stand around together and chit chat, and that's fine if we're going to have that many volunteers. I've never seen it myself. It's us hanging drapes and stuff, but it sounds like Wendy's been pounding the pavement to get these kids down here and stuff. And
Everybody shows up.
so, yeah, everybody just grab a handful of them and say, hey, I need this and this. And Susie, is there an update thing about the driver situation for helping people park across the street too? I'm going to get back to you.
Well, I'm still working on that too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can we reserve some of those kids at least to get the parking started?
Well, I've asked for 10 each day from the high school. I didn't solicit for the middle school. I mean, I can ask, but I don't know if you want middle school kids, but I did ask the high school for 10 for Friday, 10 for Saturday. Joey had said to 8, but I asked for 10 just in case.
Well, I think it's more important for them to be there in the earlier hours.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can set the stage how the parking starts, and once a rhythm is started in the parking, then everybody just follows suit. My fear is that nobody's there and a bunch of cars comes and they start parking irregularly.
Well, we're asking Friday from 3 to 7,
Right.
Saturday from 10 to 2, and Sunday from 10 to 2. So that's what I'm asking for.
Right. So, and I guess if we had to pick and choose, I would say that I would prefer having them a little bit in the earlier in those time slot, within that time slot, but I would say earlier so they can start it,
Sure.
and then they can go anywhere else. So, again, as long as it's started and we get cars started.
So Friday, what time? Because it starts at 4, but don't those soccer things start earlier? I mean, but we're handling
Kids are all
right
in
over
school
here,
still.
right?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Chief said on Friday, what we said was 3 to 7 on Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday, and 10 to 2 on Sunday.
Some of those kids are still
Right,
home.
and I'm saying, so like if we were light on kids, I would rather have them in the
3, yeah.
3 and 10 and 2 and 10
I
rather
didn't-
than the
yeah.
latter part of that.
I
time
didn't
slot.
anticipate them really staying to 7. I figured
Okay,
once they
okay.
start going, then I don't. If you guys find that you don't need them and everybody's kind of following
No,
suit,
we
then,
need them.
No, I'm talking about like after, like 6
Okay.
o'clock. If you find that people are parking and everything's okay, then if they leave early, fine.
Okay.
But definitely in the beginning, for
Okay,
sure.
great.
So yeah.
Dude, don't try calling me. I know you're watching me out there, and I see your name.
Hear you.
You're not supposed
Good.
to on that one. All right. Is that what the volunteers, Wendy?
Yep, I'm still plugging. So
Dave, any parade update?
Parade's a go, Saturday at 10.
No, you need to be there at like 9, don't you, or something like
It
that?
starts at 10. I'll be there
Yeah.
well before that.
Spots there.
I know.
And where do you want the volunteers? Because I know there are a couple of high school kids that already signed up to help with the parade. Where do you want them to meet that day
Outside the doors coming out of the gymnasium.
for the high school? At the
Yeah.
high school, okay.
And Woody, you're part of that too, right? For what? I've never been down there. I'm doing the TV. Remember, I'm the MC. I'm the Matt Lauer to my Savannah Guthrie.
Marked it for the people.
Can you and Dave and is it Bill Moreau? Can you guys work together and get that? And Bob Firmstone. Yeah. But the girls at the Water's Edge, they get a little. I'm not going to mention names, but one of them gets a little uptight about the parade, and it seems like it's smooth, except that book that I get, and the Girl Scouts are walking by, and I'm calling Old Timers Parade or something, and then the bicycles. So I need to work with you on that, and Molly. I'd like to just update it. Yes, yeah, but it's just where they're laid out, and we. Gosh, I don't know how many are signed up right now. There's 7 of those groups.
Groups.
Well, you're part of the parade committee. You should be telling me that.
List.
I don't have it on me, but it is at Water's Edge. Yeah. So, like, if somebody comes in and we got a number 4 already, but they want to be up for and you say it's okay for them to go, then you put like 4A or 4B or 4C. So that way, when Molly and I are reading it, we know if we're doing that this year. I haven't been asked yet, so I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that, Dave. Just do like ABC after that, because we can just stick to the same thing as last year. That's not a problem. But then you got people saying, well, I've got the horses. I can't be behind a band. Obviously, you don't want a trumpet going, and the horse freaking out. Woody, save that for the board meeting. It was pretty funny, though.
How to be in the parade, what do you do?
You go to islandfestgroseal.com and you click on the parade app, and it's right there, and you can send it over to Water's Edge, or you can go into Water's Edge and see Kim's new smiling face, but I don't think she's going to be handling the parade apps. That's going to be Annette or Gail.
But she wants to have something in the parade, advertising rec, so we might drive the sign on both sides.
Well, that you should bring up with the rec commission, because my parade has got, wait till you see what we're throwing off our float. That's all I'm going to say. And Dark's throwing them with the kids, too, so it's... those are... It can't be a choking hazard. It can't be a choking hazard. I get it. Tell the little kid don't shove it in their mouth, right?
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Or what we're putting on our float. You guys need to have a float for Rec Commission, but we have one for the Festival Commission.
okay.
So,
Okay.
but yeah.
Dave, do you want
Yeah,
the
I don't like
volunteers
her.
at 8? Because that's what it says on the website.
All right.
There? Okay. And then I just have them come find you?
So they need to line up between 9 and 9:15 at the high school, and then don't they go from the middle school too? I thought they went from both things. All righty. We have no action items. There's nothing to vote on unless somebody's got a surprise out there that I don't know about. But we're going to go down the commission. Kim, would you like to say anything for our... We're on the number 9 now, the commissioner comments. Our-
I just want to, thank the township and also Jim and the committee for having me here as the new rec director. Very pleased to serve this community. Very excited about what we're looking to do and make some changes to the rec department. I've been part of boards in different municipalities in Cleveland, so hopefully bring some experience to the table. And I'm definitely a team player, so I enjoy this environment and working with everybody. I do like the laughs and the giggles. It's refreshing from some other municipalities I work for. So I'm very thankful to be here and look forward to working with everybody.
Throw a festival and a party. That's why we laugh.
That's
and
all right.
giggle.
I'm in. So, and again, my door's open at the rec department. I'm kind of working, kind of that 9 to 5. Obviously, I'm available anytime. So, I understand recreation is not 9 to 5. So evenings, if you leave me a message, I will get back to you within 24 hours. So, glad to be here. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Wendy.
I don't think so. I think we've covered everything. I don't have any.
Wendy's good. I'm sorry, Woody, what? For the parade? I didn't know that we supply golf carts for the parade. I know we have 3 for the festival, but I didn't know we had any for the parade. Anybody? Anybody? Golf carts at the parade?
What do we need them for?
What do we need them for down there? Isn't that what, Susie?
Not her traffic.
Are you guys down at the parade, the reserves? Yeah, they're down there.
Have to get them from the golf course to bring them down.
Right, but we will have those here on this premises, but not on Macomb Street for the parade. That's what Susie and her group's for. Susie Dahl is our,
Golf carts.
no.
Talking down over there at the high school.
Yeah.
He's talking where he's
Talking about the high school,
For them to get around faster if they need
He's
to,
talking for setup.
the setup.
instead of them walking.
How many do you need down there?
I would say 3. One for the people that started off at the middle school, then the person that's going to be at Lions and
Have you had that in the past? Have you had those in the past?
yes.
Okay, we'll make sure you got your golf cart,
Lions and,
Woody.
East River, you're going to have one because they're going to be merging.
But if you have a police car out there with flashing lights and you have somebody that looks like her, pretty girl, down there and standing there, isn't that good enough? Then having, I understand that you need them to move around. We'll get them some, but we don't need 3 of them down there, do we? Yeah.
I've been everywhere on the parade for the last 6 years.
Where were you when they started the parade off?
I'm usually blocking traffic for them to come on Macomb Street.
Before that, you've got people sitting up at the middle.
Woody, you need to talk in the microphone up here, please, because it is on camera. So.
You got people in middle school. Then you have to have somebody at Lions and East River because you're going to have another merge. And then you said you were at Macomb and
Yeah, me personally,
well,
but we have
somebody
sitting
and
there
I was
at
sitting
Lions.
back at the high school trying to shove them there to East River Road.
Are you talking about people in the parade
Yes,
where they're supposed
people
to go,
in the
and not
parade.
not public traffic? That's
No,
what he's talking
just
about.
people in the parade.
So, yeah, we don't generally direct
Well, that's
people
kind of
in
what
the
you
parade.
guys are for, the volunteers for the parade. So you need another person to help you down there then. And, that's part of it is getting them out there and to shove them. I wouldn't be shoving
Well,
them.
I don't
but-
know, Bob's not here, but he usually does East River, but he'll most likely, somebody will have to go up to, and you have to get those walkie-talkie things. Because you
Okay.
got to coordinate it. If you don't, it's going to be a big mess.
Okay. Dave's on that. Dave will take care of it. He'll make sure you got your golf cart and somebody's up there to help you push those people out in the parade.
I don't need the golf cart. I'll be at the high school, and I'll just shove them to them. But you need two then. I'll get you down to two golf carts.
Yeah, well,
one
all
at
right.
East River Road, which you'll meet at
Bob ride his
the
bike.
high school and go to middle school.
Yeah, what about bicycles and stuff?
Well,
You guys
Bob
should-
riding his bike.
You can ride a bicycle. Let them ride the golf cart. You got to move fast.
All right. Thank you, sir. Susie, you got all that? All right.
Chad,
I know you're going to kill me later.
Yeah, we have a question over
Yes, sir.
the more organized that these guys.
Name and address, please. That
The
what
more
they-
organized that he is,
always turn it on me.
because the mistakes that they make over at Macomb come in a different order, and then you're complaining.
All righty. Thanks, Woody. John. John has no comment. Miss Jackie?
I gave mine.
She's good. Dave?
I'm fine.
Bridget? Susie?
I have a question for the crosswalk. Now, last year and prior years, I believe there was some football field chalk that was drawn. Are we responsible for that, or are you
Chalk.
responsible?
I'll see if I
Chalk.
have it in my budget to get you some sidewalk chalk.
It was like football field chalk for the crosswalk.
Okay. Football chalk?
Football
like the-
field
for the
chalk.
lines.
You know what that is?
Line chalk.
Field
Come on.
chalk.
I play softball.
They use it there too. Same chalk.
Same chalk.
Same stuff.
I would like to wish everybody a safe and a happy and a festive Island Fest. It's June 2, 3, 4. We are 2.5 weeks out. I want to thank my commissioners and the board and the people that helped do this event. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. I think that being said, I'm going to end the meeting at 7:40.
Motion to adjourn?
All in favor to adjourn? Aye. Opposed? So moved. Thank you. See you at festival.
Say nothing.